Picture this. You're outside on a crisp, clear night, looking up at the familiar constellation of Orion, and suddenly, one of its stars erupts. Yes, you hear that right. The giant star Betelgeuse has just blown off a massive chunk of itself, sending a shockwave across space that has left scientists stunned and scrambling for answers. Could this be the start of its final collapse into a supernova? Stick around, because we're about to dive into this cosmic event and explore what it could mean for the universe and for us. Betelgeuse isn't just any star. It's a supergiant, a colossal ball of gas in the Orion constellation, and for thousands of years, its bright reddish-orange glow has made it an easy target for stargazers. To give you a sense of its scale, if Betelgeuse replaced our Sun, its outer surface would stretch past Mars, almost touching Jupiter. It's like putting a beach ball in the middle of a basketball court. Betelgeuse would completely dwarf the solar system. Now, imagine that beach ball suddenly losing a massive chunk of its surface and sending a shockwave across the court. That's what's happening right now. Scientists have observed stars like Betelgeuse go through cycles of expansion and contraction, almost like they're breathing. But this recent explosion is far beyond anything we've seen before. Just 7 minutes ago, it blasted off a piece of its outer layers in a violent event called a surface mass ejection. To put that into perspective, it threw out 400 billion times more material than what our Sun releases in a solar flare. It's like a mountain-sized chunk of star being hurled into the cosmos. So, what does this mean? Is it a sign that Betelgeuse is nearing its dramatic end? Before we answer that, let's talk about stars and how they live and die. Betelgeuse is roughly 10 million years old, which is surprisingly young in cosmic terms. Our Sun, for example, is about 4.6 billion years old and has billions of years left in its life. But giant stars like Betelgeuse burn through their fuel at a breakneck pace. Think of them as race cars, roaring through their gas tanks at full speed, while smaller stars like our Sun cruise along leisurely. When a star like Betelgeuse runs out of fuel, gravity takes over, causing the star to collapse and explode in a supernova. This is one of the most powerful events in the universe. An explosion so bright that it can outshine entire galaxies for a short period. It's as if a single firecracker outshone all the lights in New York City. Scientists have known for a long time that Betelgeuse will eventually meet this fate, but no one can say for sure when. It could happen tomorrow, or it could take another 100,000 years. To understand why this recent explosion is so exciting, we need to rewind to 2019. Back then, Betelgeuse dimmed dramatically, and for a moment, everyone thought, is this it? Is it finally going supernova? But as scientists dug deeper, they realized it wasn't quite time for Betelgeuse's grand finale. Instead, the dimming was likely caused by a massive dust cloud formed when the star threw off some of its outer layers. Imagine Betelgeuse as a bonfire that suddenly got covered with a thick blanket of smoke. Its light was blocked from reaching Earth. Since then, Betelgeuse has brightened up, but its usual breathing pattern has been disrupted. It's like watching an athlete struggle to recover from a particularly grueling marathon. This latest eruption, where Betelgeuse ejected a gigantic chunk of itself, has left scientists scratching their heads. Could this be a warning sign that the star is getting closer to its final collapse? Why this explosion is so important? This isn't just an isolated event. Stars like Betelgeuse play a crucial role in the universe. When they explode, they scatter elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron, essential building blocks of life, into space. These cosmic materials then go on to form new stars, planets, and even life. So, in a way, stars like Betelgeuse are the universe's factories for creating the very stuff that makes life possible. Now, thanks to NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, we have a front-row seat to Betelgeuse's drama. This incredible piece of technology is watching the star like a cosmic detective, tracking the material it flung into space. Imagine having a telescope so powerful that it can peer through the chaos of an explosion happening 642 light-years away. That's what James Webb is doing right now, giving us an unprecedented glimpse into the final stages of a giant star's life. Betelgeuse and the expanding universe. But Betelgeuse isn't the only surprise the James Webb Space Telescope has revealed. It's also changing the way we think about the universe. Scientists expect it to find small, faint galaxies in the distant reaches of space, but instead, they found massive, well-formed galaxies. It's like walking into a remote forest expecting to find small trees, only to stumble upon towering redwoods. This discovery raises some mind-bending questions. You see, as the universe expands, light from distant galaxies stretches, making them appear smaller, a phenomenon known as redshift. But James Webb is showing us galaxies that don't seem to follow this rule. They're far larger and more developed than we thought they should be, and that could mean our understanding of cosmic expansion might need a serious update. Could life survive a supernova? ***. Now, here's where things get even more fascinating, and perhaps a bit terrifying. When a star like Betelgeuse goes supernova, it releases a tremendous amount of radiation. If life exists on planets orbiting nearby stars, would they survive this cataclysm? It's a cosmic roulette game. Some planets might be lucky enough to escape the worst of the explosion, while others could face extinction-level events. But it's not all doom and gloom. Stars like Betelgeuse are essential for life in the universe. They distribute heavy elements like carbon and oxygen into space, which eventually form new stars and planets. It's a grand cycle of cosmic life and death, where destruction leads to creation. Could our own solar system have been shaped by a similar event billions of years ago? Quite possibly. As we keep studying Betelgeuse, astronomers are also turning their eyes to distant planets like GJ 163c, found by the James Webb Space Telescope. This planet, sitting 49 light-years away in its star's habitable zone, is being closely watched for signs of liquid water. Think of it as a distant oasis in the desert of space, a potential home for life beyond Earth. But the surprises don't stop there. Webb has also uncovered distant galaxies that seem far more advanced than we expected for their age. Some of the stars in these galaxies even appear older than the universe itself, according to our current models. This bizarre finding has left scientists scratching their heads, wondering if we need to rethink everything we know about the timeline of the cosmos. Could some stars have existed before the Big Bang? If so, that would completely change our understanding of how the universe was born. These revelations from the James Webb Space Telescope aren't just scientific puzzles. They lead to profound philosophical questions. If time as we know it isn't real, if past, present, and future all exist at once in the fabric of space, then what does that say about our existence? Could the universe be more organized than we ever imagined? Or is it expanding in ways that defy our current understanding? The study of Betelgeuse and other cosmic phenomena is pushing us to the very edge of our knowledge. Every new discovery makes us question the fundamentals of how galaxies form, how the universe expands, and even how old the universe might be. It's as if each answer we uncover only leads to more questions, drawing us deeper into the mysteries of the cosmos. So, what do you think? Could life in distant galaxies survive a supernova? And if galaxies don't follow the rules we thought they did, what does that mean for our understanding of the universe? Let's continue this cosmic conversation in the comments below. If you're as fascinated by these mind-blowing discoveries as I am, make sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the wonders of space. Until next time, keep looking up. Betelgeuse's story is far from over, and the universe always has new surprises waiting to be discovered.